Hey, yo! What's good, YouTube family? It's your man, Saint For Real, for real. If you ain't saying it twice, you ain't saying it right. Look here, man. Today, I wanted to talk to my new drivers. People that's either looking to get into trucking or are fairly new to trucking, meaning you still don't have your year in yet. I want to talk to y'all about something that probably everybody talked to y'all about. And I don't know if you listen or not, but I'm going to take another shot at it. The main thing that I want to get across in this video is to not forget where you came from, to plan for your future. I find myself saying it a lot, and I really wish that I had the popularity to touch more people and get more information like this out. And this is a shout out to all my other fellow YouTubers that are truck drivers that are trying to get this message out. When you first come into the trucking industry, I've talked to a lot of people about it. And let me give y'all a quick synopsis on what my background is. I got my Class A CDL in 1988. I've been dealing with the trucking industry ever since. So I'm not saying this to just make you feel crazy or, make you feel any kind of way other than to make you think. A lot of drivers I've noticed when they first come into this, they either came into it because it was a really good option to where their home situation where it was hard to find a job, or the job was paying so low that it really wasn't worth having, and they decided to get into the trucking industry. The trucking industry is making it real easy for drivers to come in now. The trucking industry is also making it real easy for drivers to get their own truck or lease a truck or become lease. What is it called? When you leasing a truck until you own it, or you just leasing a truck for 3 or 4 years, or whatever the situation is. Right now, in the past, I would say 5 or 6 years, it's become real easy for people to do. That's a good thing, but at the same time, I say it's a bad thing because people are rushing into something without doing their full research. Yeah, you have your few lucky people that came into it blind and didn't really know what was going on and got into it and they're doing well. For all of those people, there are so many more that get into this, jump into a lease truck, and fail miserably and not understand what happened. Well, so-and-so is making good money. So-and-so is still out here. How come I can't do that? There are so many different factors going on in the trucking industry that can take your whole perspective and throw it all the way off. One week you can make $2,000, $3,000, right? Okay, that's great. I mean, there's people out there that's making lease operators, owner operators that's making $5,000 take home. You know what I mean? Not the money, the revenue that's going to the truck, which is called gross. Gross is when the money, all of the money that comes in is the gross. Then you start taking out insurances, fuel, this, that, and the other, until you break it all the way down to what you get, which is what you catch in the net. So you get your net money. That's the money that you take home. There are so many different factors, weather, shippers and receivers, dock times, holidays, traffic, construction. You can just go down the list. So everybody, I can make a boatload of money one week, and then the next week I can make squat. For the next 2 weeks I can make squat. And then link 2 or 3 weeks together where I'm making great money. All of that is possible from day one that you get out here on your own, all the way up until you in it for 28, 38 years, 40 years, 50 years in trucking. Okay, so don't ever get it twisted that, that is just about your experience. Experience counts when you're trying to go from one company to the next company. That's when your experience counts the most. The next thing is for you to figure out what you're going to do with your money. People come out here, leave their home situation. I can't find a job. They finally get into trucking. They're excited. They're getting into a truck. They get that first paycheck. Okay, you got your first paycheck. Now what? Your first paycheck is $300. You was making nothing at home, so now you $300 up. That's not good enough. And what I'm finding is the trend is never good enough. I want to make $1,000 a week. Then when you get to $1,000 a week, somebody else done showed a paycheck that they making $1,300 a week. Now you want to make $1,300 a week. That drive and motivation is good, but at some point, where do you settle in at? When are you happy? To the point where, I'm making $900 a week, but I ain't making $1,200 a week. I'm out of here. I'm going to go to the next company. What are you doing with that money that you're making? When you was making no money or low money, you was still making it. Now that you're making better money, it's not good enough. What do you have to show for all of this money that you're making? Are you working on owning a house? Do you own a car? Do you own your car? Whatever mode of transportation you have. Some people that I know personally have given up a home, period. Have given up a car, period. And they just stay on the road. It's doable. But once again, if you go that route, what are your plans? Are you planning on staying out on the road, living in your truck forever? Are you stacking your money? Are you saving that money towards another goal? Keep a goal in mind while you're doing this thing out here. Always be looking forward to what you want to have and do next. Don't get stuck in the game. Don't get stuck in a trap. Don't do it. This truck driving game is complicated. There's a lot involved to it. Don't just think all I got to do is just get my CDL and get out here in the truck and just drive. If that's what you think, sadly mistaken. There's a lot of us out here that'll tell you we're willing to give you the game. Just ask. Ask somebody. If you don't ask me, there's a gang of people out here that you can ask that are willing to tell you what it's all about. You think you know, but do you really? Are you taking the time to find out for real? Have a plan for your money. Plan for your future. Remember where you came from when you didn't have any money or where you had low money. Once you start making money, figure out what you're going to do with it. Figure out how it's going to help you in the long run. Keep your eyes on the prize. All them other great statements. That's all I got for y'all today, man. All right? Live with no regrets, people. Thanks, man.